Look, if you're a professional, a business owner, or a student trying to carve out your corner of the internet, you already know the deal. The modern digital landscape is absolutely ruthless. Well, today we're unpacking a complete blueprint for a scalable, automated system that literally runs your entire content machine for you.
Because, let's be real, are you tired of the endless, daily content grind? Staring at that blinking cursor, trying to script, shoot, and edit every single day? It's exhausting. But what if there was a way to build a completely autonomous solution? I'm talking about a workflow that generates ideas, creates hyper-realistic cinematic clips, and posts them online. All of it, without you lifting a single finger.
This explainer breaks down a masterful workflow produced by AAGHAZ Ai. He's an educator and an AI agents and automation builder for educators, traders, and startups out in Karachi, Pakistan. And what he's engineered here solves the absolute biggest bottleneck in any digital business, which is manual content creation.
So here is the builder's journey we're taking today. It's a clean, four-step system: idea generation, cinematic prompting, VO3 video creation, and auto-posting. That is the architecture of a hands-free content engine. Let's dive right into the very first spark.
Okay, so everything begins with a simple, automated pulse. We call it the schedule trigger. Think of this as the reliable heartbeat of your entire automated engine. You can set this node to wake up at 2 p.m. every day, or right in the middle of the night while you're sleeping. Absolutely zero human intervention required. It fires off, and your content factory instantly springs to life.
Now, once it wakes up, the system actually needs an idea. So we feed an AI agent a really strict system message. Something like, give me a topic idea about a news reporter actively covering a story on camera. And we force the AI to return exactly a single-line JSON array. Instantly, it spits out an environment, a specific action, and a punchy caption loaded with exactly 12 trending hashtags.
But you know, an abstract idea is totally useless if it just gets lost in the cloud. So the newly generated data is cleanly appended and logged straight into a Google Sheet. It logs the ID, the idea, the caption, and sets the creation status to pending. This ensures your data stays perfectly organized, keeping track of every single piece of content the engine dreams up.
All right, so we've got a great idea logged, but here's the real tension. How do we translate a basic text idea into actionable, hyper-realistic, cinematic video instructions? An AI video generator needs highly precise direction. If it doesn't get it, the visual output just turns into a garbled mess.
To solve this, the workflow uses a second AI agent purely dedicated to writing prompts, and it is bound by incredibly strict constraints for Google Veo 3. It has to describe a vivid, shot-level video clip with a grounded, documentary feel. It must be a single-line paragraph under 75 characters. It can only feature one unnamed human character. That's absolutely crucial to prevent generation errors, and it must include a specific physical action. This process builds into a highly engineered cinematic prompt. It ends up looking something like, it's a bustling city street dusk reporter holding handheld camera capture urgent sky footage as a faint glowing feature. This highly precise language is exactly what Google Veo 3 needs to guarantee maximum cinematic realism without hallucinating.
And now we hit the climax of the generation sequence. The engine sends an HTTP post request to the Google Vertex AI platform. Because rendering high-quality video takes some serious processing power, the system intentionally initiates a wait node for exactly 60 seconds. Then, right at second 61, it fetches the base 64 operation, converts that raw code into an actual binary video file, and uploads it directly to a designated Google Drive folder.
With the video safely tucked away in the cloud, the workflow seamlessly loops back to our Google Sheet. It dynamically finds the exact row for our idea based on its ID and updates the status from pending to created. It's entirely self-aware. It keeps your content tracker perfectly up to date, and you literally never even have to open a spreadsheet.
So at this point, we've got a stunning cinematic video just sitting in a cloud drive. But what if? What if the AI could take that file and push it directly to social media while you sleep? That is the final piece of the puzzle, guys. True end-to-end hands-free distribution.
To pull this off, the workflow uses a rapid API integration with a third-party posting tool called Postus. The system fetches the active integration, uses a really clever switch node to dynamically detect the connected platform, whether that's Instagram, YouTube, whatever, and then it executes the auto post. It pulls in the exact captions and hashtags we generated all the way back in step 1.
Let's just take a step back for a second and look at the autonomous empire you've just built here. This workflow entirely eliminates that brutal manual content grind we talked about at the very beginning. It operates fully hands-free on a strict schedule, it scales instantly across multiple platforms, and ultimately, it gives you a high-leverage, recurring business model that you can use for your own brand or even sell as a premium service to your clients.
So, the ultimate question really is, what will you build with your new autonomous content engine? The blueprint is entirely in your hands. The grind is officially over, and the AI is ready to go to work. It's time to start building.